Hello and welcome to Blackhawk TV's presentation of Baldwin Woodville hosting Amery here on this Thursday evening. My name is Jordan Lehman. I'm joined by cameraman Zach Ambrose and Jeremy Nygaard tonight for the production of the Hawks versus the Warriors. How you doing, Jeremy?
I'm doing good. It's good to be back. It seems like it's been a while since I've been in the seat.
Yeah, absolutely. It's good to have you back. So tonight, matchup between Baldwin Woodville, who is in a three-way tie at the moment for second place at 6-2 in the Middle Border Conference. A half game out of first. Altoona holds that spot right now at 7-2, and the Amery Warriors, they are at 7th place in the Middle Border at 2-6. Hawks 13-4 overall. Amery 5-9 overall. But these two played a very, very close game earlier this season, very, very early in the season, December 2nd. And Nygaard, you were there. What were some of your takeaways from that one?
I was impressed by Amery, to be honest. They are very young, number of freshmen, and they really played well. We didn't shoot it great. It certainly wasn't the best we've played all year, but a young team that comes against the experienced Blackhawks and basically goes punch for punch. It came down. They had a shot for three to tie it at the buzzer and missed. So, they haven't had the most success. I think though they've won 3 of their last 5 or something like that. So an impressive young team that it's not a matter of if Amery girls basketball is going to improve. It's a matter of when is it going to happen, and it's going to happen with the freshmen that are playing pretty well. And then the juniors that are good on this team, they have a couple juniors that are played really well. So it'll be an interesting night to see how far they've come potentially, or was what we saw just freshmen comfortable at home, kind of playing without a care. And now that they've played us tight once, is that going to be our team turning around and saying we ain't going to fall into that trap again,
right?
And put the foot down early and see what happens.
Yeah, BW coming off of 4 straight victories. They've recently beat conference foes Somerset and St. Croix Central. Had a 2-game skid a couple weeks ago where they lost 2 close games, giving them their only 2 losses in conference. But have won 4 straight after that. Looking to continue that success, looking to get win number 14 overall, conference win number 7, which would put them in a tie for first place for the time being. But as always, this BW team is going to be led by a trio of seniors: Brooke Klatt, Anna Jort, and Maddie Jensen. Kate Grosskreitz also helping out as well as a senior, and then junior Marnie Romehild. And then that kind of 5th starting spot's been up in the air. Some nights it's been freshman Haley Jort, some nights it's been freshman Stella Com. So what's been your takeaway in that regard with that 5th spot and some things that Haley and Stella both bring to the team?
For the most part, it's been Haley, and Haley is one of the fastest players in the conference on the floor. But I think we're going to see someone in her class from Amery that is every bit as fast. Haley's been, a relatively primary ball handler for the Hawks. Has probably, in my opinion, been our most consistent outside shooter. And then Stella brings strength and a different type of ability in the post. In my mind, if Haley's healthy, and she missed a game after she rolled an ankle, she missed a game when she didn't start. She didn't miss the game when she rolled her ankle, but she didn't start the next game, and then she took the shot in her eye and didn't start the next one after that. So, if she's healthy, I think she should be that 5th starter. But it depends on matchups and what you can do. Hey, we just got a delivery of some chocolates. I don't have any money, Josh. So, we didn't really get a delivery of chocolate.
But back to the action. We are about a minute away from introductions here and the national anthem. So we will see you, and you will hear from us after introductions, after the national anthem for the Hawks facing the Warriors. Alrighty, welcome back. Looks like we've got our starters in the books, and looks first for the Warriors, number 10 rather, Luciana Aspera. Number 20, Alex Edwards. Both of those are freshmen. 14, Maya Bratzel. She's a junior. Number 11, Grace Carlson. She's a junior. And number 15, Veronica Fox. So 3 juniors, a couple freshmen for the Warriors. For the Hawks, 11, Brooke Klatt. 35, Haley Jort. She's a freshman. 53, Maddie Jensen. 43, Hannah Jort. And 13, Marnie Romehild. So some 2-3 to start it off for the Warriors.
Oh, good pass.
Good find underneath the basket right away. Anna Jort for 2.
Yeah, if the Hawks can solve the zone, the Knights typically go pretty well.
Aspera long on the 3-point attempt. Anna Jort with the first bucket for the Hawks. She leads the Hawks in scoring this season at 9.3 a game. Also the leading rebounder at 8.5 a game. Aspera will get into the lane and lose it.
Yeah, she's fast. She plays fast, and as she plays more, she'll figure out how to get more things under control. I mean, it's a 1-on-2 there, not a great chance to score, but she's the first one down there, so she just does what she knows what to do with it.
Anna Jort from the baseline, 2 more for her. That's 4 for Anna Jort and 4 for the Hawks. 4-0 BW.
Getting a quick start out of Anna is huge. I mean, our season has not been full of games where we start off really fast. So having anybody really have that quick start, where we can maybe feed her and then feed off of her, would be a great way to start this game.
Right. Another stop for the Hawks on that last possession for Amery. Anna Jort, really nice find. Maddie Jensen snuck it right by the defense. Maddie's got her first 2, 6-0 BW.
It's amazing how how effective bounce passes can be and how rarely we see them.
Right. Amery trying to get some kind of flow going offensively, unable to thus far. Top of the key 3, no good for Fox. We're going to have a held ball called. Possession arrow towards the Warriors, just about 2 minutes in. 18-minute halves for varsity contests. Corner 3 for Bratzel is good. So the Warriors on the board, cutting the Hawks lead in half, 3-6.
When we played Amery earlier this year, Alex Edwards, number 20, had 3 threes against us. And Bratzel, who just made that 3, was 0 for 9.
Wow.
So little bit different look. They were 4 for 25 as a team. But the story, I think, of the game, at least for us, and why we didn't score more than 39 is 16 of our possessions ended in turnovers.
Right. So quick sub here for the Warriors. 34, Anna Gold, a freshman, is going to check in for Fox. So on the court now, 3 freshmen for the Amery.
Yeah, Edwards became kind of the focus of our defense.
Right.
That was an interesting. Hey, good job by our student section there.
Yeah. Opsy, Hush, and Co. helping the officials out. So Amery can have a little bit of.
And it looked like that pass was passed off of a heel.
Right. Little token pressure there from the Warriors.
Took kind of a funny spin and stayed in the court.
Foul on Ospera.
Yeah, this 2-3 is really packing the inside.
Good find, good cut by Jensen. Easy two. So Jensen and Jort going to work against that zone. 8 points between them. 8-3 Hawks.
And I think Amery will find themselves having a little bit more success. Not necessarily if they pack it in more, but if they're just more aware of what's going on around them.
Good move underneath by Jort, but unable to finish.
See the ball. Like you have the weak side defender there, saw the ball come in there and didn't even make an effort to take that weak side away.
Good hands by Jort. Ospera once again trying to get into the lane. Nobody on the other end of that bounce pass though, so the Hawks will regain possession.
She's good at getting there. She's just not great at the next step there.
Right. Good positioning there by Jensen, unable to finish on the putback. So a couple ways to attack a zone: shoot teams out of it, or get inside of it, finish around the rim, and the Hawks have done a really nice job thus far. Also capable three-point shooters for the Hawks. Haley, Jort, Romehild, and Klatt all proven to make big-time shots. We're going to have our first sub for the Hawks. Stella Com is going to go to the scores table, number 45, along with Shayna Flores, 31.
Ospera there, instead of trying to pass it, just takes it, shoots it. That might be the most effective strategy for her.
Right. Jensen with 2 more, so she's got 6, leading the charge for the Hawks.
10 out of 10 here for points in the paint. I'm not even sure we've attempted a shot outside of the paint.
Good rebound by Jort. And the Hawks will push. Romehild will take the first 3 of the night for BW, no good. Good board there by Jort rather. Haley Jort trying to find her sister. That one's intercepted by the Warriors. Good hands there from the senior Brooke Klatt. It's going to be a held ball, possession arrow towards the Hawks. Klatt's going to take a seat. Jensen's going to take a seat as Com and Flores get their first minutes.
So this Allie Hoffman for Amery, she played in the JV game. She gave us problems in the post. She had 7, missed a lot of makeable shots against us, but I thought she looked good in the first meeting.
3-pointer left wing for Marnie Romehild. Hawks lead at 8. And she'll take that away from Osperna. It's going to be a 3-on-1. Flores will hold up. Brothel takes it away. Jort almost takes it right back, but the possession will stay with Amery. Fox back in. Ospera gets her first break.
It feels like it's close to that time where if we can just keep it on.
Yep.
You know, we've missed some shots that are close. We've had some possessions that have been empty. The defense has been really good. But you almost feel like it's slipping out of their grasp. And it's early. I mean, we're 6 minutes in.
No, you're 100% right. I think especially after, Coach English would, I'm sure, say that things were way too close for too long at St. Croix Central last week. And Amery, another team that's kind of right near the bottom of that middle border. Coach English, I'm sure, kind of wants to lay the hammer early and make it a comfortable lead where maybe she can get some rest for some starters that play quite a bit night in and night out. Maybe get some less experienced players some valuable experience here at home, but more work to do until that time. Carlson's going to drive toward the lane. She's going to shoot and be fouled, so she's going to shoot a couple free throws.
Yeah, Grace Carlson actually, I know her pretty well. She played AU ball with Marn when Grace was going to be an 8th grader, I believe, or maybe going to be a freshman. And Grace too is a very good athlete, moves really well. She was on that team, was our primary ball handler, and good at getting to the rack. So I think we'll see her doing some of that tonight as well.
Misses a pair of free throws on that trip to the line. Stella Com, real nice position on the block. She'll turn and score. Hawks lead is at 10.
Girls only have one game next week. It's kind of a weird stretch where our boys had one game this week. Girls only have one game next week.
Coach English going to her bench early. Grosskreutz and Elke at the scores table. Flores left wing 3, just long. Tries to track it down. Edwards with the board. She will go coast to coast. No good on that too. But a rebound and a putback for 32. That's Hoffman, who you mentioned earlier, a freshman. So she's going to have an and one opportunity.
Marnie's first, team's third.
And Jort. Haley and Anna, the sisters, will get a break. And that one's going to miss everything.
Good pass.
Good pass. Good break of the pressure. Elke, the sophomore, with the finish. So Hawks back up 10, 17-7. Nice take there. Ospera using that speed to get to the rack. She's fouled on the shot, so she will get an and one opportunity as well.
It's on Kate, her first. So 4 different Hawks fouls so far today.
That one will rattle in.
Oh, good little first step there.
The official saw that one get poked away. Klatt's going to give Rome Hill the break, so some early, often substitutions for Coach English, trying to keep her players fresh. Klatt will finally get it into Elke.
Thought I had the cough button there quick enough, but not quite. One thing you saw in what Kate did too was, and it's becoming more common in basketball, is trying to attack that closeout. So you move while they're still moving, and
right.
Hope that your first lateral step is going to be quicker than theirs.
Nice looking shot. Good to see Grosskreutz back to her three-point shooting ways. Fox looking to answer, no good. So a 20-10 lead for BW, like you mentioned. right at the cusp of pulling away in a big way. We're just over halfway done with this first half. Good patience from the Hawks, looking for the best option.
I think if we continue or start to move better on the weak side, there's going to be more opportunities, because what Amery doesn't do a great job of is gaining more of that depth, dropping more where you can. Oh, that's a bad call.
It's a good
from
move.
what I could see.
It's a good move by Elke. What I'm assuming is that the pivot foot maybe slipped across that baseline, but
that's the Anna Jort move.
Yeah, she did keep the pivot foot, and you get another step for a layup or a pass. So that was kind of an errant call. We're going to have a block call. Osperna is going to be a problem in the middle border as she refines her game. Easily the quickest guard I've seen in the girls' action here this season.
Got cross country in the fall, track in the spring, from what I understand.
Knocked away with vigor there by Flores.
I know our wrestlers are in Amery tonight. That's a
big duel.
A big one. Like I've said, I'm not the most knowledgeable wrestling mind, and by that I mean I'm one of the least knowledgeable wrestling minds. But I know that's been a fun little rivalry here.
Yeah, conference implications in the biggest way there. We're gonna have a timeout, a full timeout for Coach English. Hawks up 22-10.
Whether you're an experienced bowler or just want to hang out with your family and friends, come to Strikers Lanes and Sports Bar. It's been a staple in the community for over 40 years. Our lanes were recently upgraded and remodeled, giving our bowling alley a great modern look. In addition to our popular bowling lanes, we have a sports bar fully remodeled and separate from lanes and party area. Firehelm Langer is a CPA firm with offices in Baldwin, Ellsworth, River Falls, and Lake Elmo. At Firehelm Langer, our clients are our top priority. We offer the skills and expertise of a large CPA firm combined with the personal attention and responsiveness of a smaller firm. When you partner with us, we take the time to get to know you, understand your goals, and build a lasting professional relationship. We invite you to turn to us at Firehelm Langer for bookkeeping services, payroll services, financial projections, tax preparation, tax planning, and all of your accounting and tax needs. Precision Excavating Enterprises is a full-service excavating, grading, and trucking contractor located in Baldwin, offering all types of residential and commercial earth moving, septic systems, demolition, landscaping, driveways, and building sites. Our trucking division offers dump truck, grain hopper, and flatbed hauling services, sand, gravel, fill delivery, serving the Baldwin and surrounding western Wisconsin areas. Give us a call at 715-760-0768 for free estimates.
Just under 8 to go in this first half. BW doubling up the Warriors 20-10.
That was really good D by Anna Jort. Moved her feet really well.
Good defensive possession by the Hawks leads to a turnover off of a foul.
And that's one of the things, for kids that are watching the game. What Anna did there that worked so well is she gave up some depth. Grace tried to go baseline, and instead of Anna just sliding with her and ultimately would have fouled her, is she gave depth and she moved laterally but back towards the hoop instead of directly towards the baseline.
Sure.
And was able to cut her off. And that's a big part of understanding just how the game works, understanding how your body moves and where the other person wants to go. And you like to see that from any defender, but especially a post defender guarding someone that's quicker than you are.
Right. Good find there, and Jort is going to have an and one opportunity. Those are brought to you here at Blackhawk TV by Packman's Concrete. You can reach Nick Pack for all your concrete needs at 612-804-5222 or packmansconcrete@gmail.com. Nice finish and find for the Hawks on that possession. Looks like Jort's going to try to finish the three-point play. That's going to be short. Rebound to Edwards for the Warriors.
Just keep it on there, Hawks. Keep it on.
Crossover by Carlson. Unable to finish. Good defense and rebound by Elke. Nice move from Jort. And she's going to have another and one opportunity. I might have mentioned this earlier, but those are brought to you by Packman's Concrete. You can reach Nick Pack at 612-804-5222 or at packmansconcrete@gmail.com for all your concrete needs.
Yeah, and Anna is the most physical presence on the floor.
Right.
And as we can see, 11 minutes into this game and 9 points that she has into this game, if she does that, you're not stopping her.
You're absolutely right. It'll be interesting to see. Good hands there by Romeo. Interesting to see how she matches up in some huge conference showdowns at home coming down the stretch here with Altoona and Prescott. Nice looking shot there by 14. That's Bratzel. But Prescott and Altoona both presenting girls that are going to be taller than the Hawks. Bank three for Jort. Haley Jort.
Obviously coaching these high schoolers when they're 7th graders, I would beg Anna to be meaner.
Right.
And I probably shared this on the stream before, but when I would see Anna in the hallway out here, I would say, hey, knock someone down today.
Mm-hmm.
You know. And a lot of times that was heading into games, and there was one day I saw her as we were going to practice in the South gym, and they were in this gym. And she's walking the gym, and I said, Anna, knock someone down today. And she's like, Coach, we're practicing. Well, it doesn't matter. Like,
yeah.
If you do that and just, be such a physical presence, it becomes a problem for people.
Absolutely. Corner three there by Edwards, who had a big game at home when these two met earlier in the season. Romo looking to answer. No good. .12 lead for the Hawks. We've got just over 5 minutes left in this first half.
Got a little kickball action. Hey, if you can defend with your feet, right? That's what coaches say.
Right.
Defend with your feet, defend with your legs.
Ross Romehill, one of the best.
Kick save by Ross.
I don't know how many times. Kickball. Wing three once again for Bratzel's no good.
That's just Anna being smarter and stronger.
Yep. Gets her sister's rebound and puts it back for a total of 30 now for the Hawks.
See, and I'm not entirely sure where, when the ball is on the far side baseline, the baseline official's going to be watching that. She's on the near side to us baseline. Shot goes up. She gets a little push off in there. The ref that's watching the action underneath, that's not what he's watching. He's watching the shooter. So, if this trail guy maybe is seeing it, but that's just smart by Anna.
Right.
Offensive foul there. And when you're stronger, you don't have to do a whole lot to move someone. You just give them a little tap, and I think that's kind of been the main objective here of this game is
right, using that strength.
Yep, and she's trails the Warriors by 5. like I said, feed her and then feed off of her.
Mm-hmm. Hawks slowly but surely growing that lead at 14 now. Jort right around the basket, off back iron, no good. Once again, Hawks looking for win number 14 of the season, currently sitting at 13-4, 6-2 in the middle border, right near the top. Three-way tie for second place right now.
So I was gonna, you said that Altoona's 7-2, right?
And then Prescott, Ellsworth, and BW.
So Ellsworth is 6-2.
Yep, Ellsworth had a skid during the middle portion of the season and have won a handful in a row now. Teams like Osceola in the opposite direction. Osceola's been on the downward trajectory. Nice rebound once again by Jort. And a Jort night here on this Thursday, the 27th.
I mean, she's got 13. Feels like she's got more than that. Feels like she could get a lot more than that.
Yeah, she's going to be flirting with a double-double by the time this half is done, let alone this game is done. But foul there.
See, that's one thing that she's done so much better this year.
Correct.
She would put herself in foul trouble early, making silly mistakes and trying to get blocks.
And last season with that team really running 6 players, it was a situation where games became quite sketchy when either her or Maddie Jensen got themselves into foul trouble. That's where Maddie Monacan was such a nice contributor last season off the bench. But this year, having players like Com and Elke coming into their own has been hugely beneficial for BW. A couple free throws bring the Warriors back within 14.
Yeah, Bratzel's playing well tonight with 8.
I'm sure Coach English would like this first half lead to swell closer to 20 before it's all said and done. Yep, that was
the right call.
Couple steps without a shot there, so a walk.
Good hands, Marnie.
Marnie a couple times tonight has had her hand right in that crossover alley of Asperas and interrupted that. Like we mentioned, Aspera using that speed as she develops as a player, you know, enhancing her repertoire of crossover moves, you know, getting that thing between the legs or behind the back is going to be hugely beneficial.
Yeah, and well, what she's going to figure out at some point is that she starts faster, and she knows that she starts faster, but she's going to figure out that she probably also stops faster.
Right.
And when you can do that, it opens up a whole new bag of tricks.
Yep. Get to be called an ankle bully, as they say, because if she's able to start, stop, and start again, there's going to be some defenders falling all over themselves. Right near the elbow, Elke with a jumper, no good.
It's going to be a foul.
Jensen rebound, and she'll shoot 2.
Yeah, you know, based on how we've been doing defensively, I don't think the objective tonight was to give up 20 and counting to Amery in the first half.
Right. Yeah, the Hawks in 2 of their last 3 wins, giving up less than 35. Gave up just 45 at Somerset on Tuesday. One of the better defensive outfits in the conference. Coach English makes it a high priority of these Hawks.
Good look.
Nice find. Elke on the backside post. She's going to have an and one opportunity. Nice look there from Raya.
Yep, not seeing the weak side and not dropping depth so you can see both. That becomes a problem, and you start picking that weak side apart, your zone becomes pretty useless.
Elke with a 3-point play. Those are brought to you here at Blackhawk TV by Packman's Concrete. You can reach Nick Pack at 612-804-5222 for all your concrete needs, or at packmansconcrete@gmail.com. Carlson from around the free throw line, no good. Nice rebound, put back by 32. That's Hoffman, the freshman.
Stella's got 2 fouls. I think that's 9 on the team, which is too many.
First one, no good. Second one, no good for Hoffman. So the Hawks keep the lead at 15. Good look, right wing. Brookclat 3, no good.
And Maddie's foot was out of bounds when she touched that one.
Credit to Amery. The group of freshmen really holding their own competitively. You know, they're displaying a lot of mental toughness. Not everything's going their way thus far, but I haven't seen, you know, some of those nonverbal cues of, you know, bad attitude, things like that when things don't go their way. They've been really, from what I've seen, mentally tough. 32's done a nice job battling on the post.
Yep, getting to the line. She's not a great free throw shooter yet, but
she's got some natural length that some of the, you know, more prominent players in the conference have. So a lot to look forward to if you're a Warriors fan. That one will fall. Nice touch there from Hoffman.
Stella's 3rd foul, which you don't want to commit your 3rd foul in the first half. Fortunately, it's not super close yet.
Second one, no good. Jort
Jensen
in the game.
Oh, yeah. Jensen with the rebound. Good rebound there. Yeah, I think the Hawks will probably try to hold it for one good one.
That one thrown away by Jensen. Elke picking up Carlson. Early Aspera, no good. Elke, good board. Brooke Klatt's going to do her best Tim Klatt impression. No, she's not. And this one's going to be a 14-point lead at the half for BW. Thanks for joining us once again. We'll see you in about 10 minutes for half number 2 of the Blackhawks.
Only one good stoppage at half, so I'm going to read a couple ads. Precision Truck Service is a full-service heavy truck and trailer repair shop located in Baldwin and offering all types of general repair for heavy truck and trailer, diesel mobile service alignments, computer diagnostics, welding and fabrication, and sandblasting. As a Michelin heavy truck tire dealer, we offer best in pricing on Michelin, BFG, and Uniroyal tire brands, balancing, and installation. Give us a call at 715-760-0768 or stop in. We are located conveniently on the north side of Baldwin under the water tower. Flagship Ford is your source for new and used Ford cars, trucks, SUV parts, service, and more in the Baldwin area. Our goal is to provide the best possible service to our customers and make sure your car buying experience is second to none. We are conveniently located at 850 Fern Drive in Baldwin. Contact Don Timmerman of Timmerman Realty for all your realty needs. You can reach him by phone at 715-684-9541 or by email at dontimmerman@baldwin-telecom.net. We will be back for your second half action here in about 8 minutes. All right, a little scoring recap from half number one. Amery scoring. Aspera had 7, Bratzel had 8, Edwards had 3, Hoffman had 3 for a total of 21. On the Blackhawks side, Romehild with 3, Grosskreutz with 3, Elke with 5, Haley Jort with 3, Maddie Jensen with 6, Anna Jort with 13, and Stella Kahn with 2 for a total of 35. That is your halftime score, 35-21. Blackhawks with 4 timeouts remaining for the game. The Amery Warriors with 4, and that is your halftime reset.
Thank you, Nygaard. So we're going to have the second half of this one in about a minute. Hawks were able to gain a significant lead, 14 points as it stands right now, 35-21. Going into the second half, already 1 point away from the Hawks total in Amery on December 2nd when they won 36-33 against the Warriors. That was obviously over a month and a half ago, but looking to make a statement here on their home court. Half two will begin with a BW possession going from left to right.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if Amery sticks with their zone, which we had a lot of success with. And obviously you can kind of do what you want with. They're going to stay in that zone for the, looks like, for the most part.
Aspera, nice anticipation. She's going to go coast to coast. Unable to finish.
Well, it's a missed call there by Mr. Tappy. But you could certainly, if you chose to, and Coach English won't, but you could certainly take the air out of the ball against a 2-3 and win a game by just not playing anymore.
Right.
The old Adams Friendship, Milwaukee Vincent way of doing things.
Mm-hmm.
Those teams would play stall games. The Adams Friendship was winning games by scoring low 20s.
Foul underneath the basket. And Maddie Jensen is going to go to the free throw line.
Across the second.
Before the college game implemented the shot clock, Dean Smith would employ a 4-corner offense where obviously 4 players would inhabit the 4 corners of the front court and a post right around the nail or the free throw line, middle of the free throw line, and they would just pass the ball back and forth. The 45-second shot clock was introduced in large part because of that, because of complaints about that style of offense.
That was what Central tried to do against Prescott in the sectional semis 3 years ago as well, and it in my opinion, what it did is it took Central out of any sort of rhythm. Right. And they shot the ball extremely poorly in that game and lost. But yep, if you feel like your team is inferior, a lot of time you'll try to limit the possessions in a game. Maddie's just got to be smart, keep the hands up.
Aspera too strong on that take. Little no-look pass there from Brooke Glad. Haven't seen her do a lot of that in her career. That's fun. Haley Jort up for 2. Rim helps her out on that one.
And she's gonna, as she develops more and more and gets stronger and really gains confidence, teams are gonna have a really hard time against her in the zone because she's gonna be on the perimeter but she's going to do a really good job finding that open spot, like she did there. And then, she's quick enough to get a step and then get off the ground where she can make a little floater.
Long skip pass to Romehild in the corner. Got that one, and there it is, the 20-point lead for the Hawks. Coach English must be pleased with this early effort by the Hawks in the second half. Just over 2 minutes gone. That's going to be a turnover for the Warriors. Hawks looking to inflate that lead even further.
Yeah, keep it on. Keep it on. Tell these girls, give me what you can for, 4 more minutes, and if you can push this game up to 30,
absolutely.
You can undo the braces on your ankles and loosen the shoelaces a little bit and become big fans.
Girls having fun out there. George's going to go back to the free throw line. She's been there a number of times tonight. Both the boys and girls Blackhawk basketball teams near the top of their respective middle border conference standings. And both down the stretch here will be fighting for a top 3 seed. For the girls, have some work to do. Big wins against Altoona, Ellsworth, and Prescott will help if they're able to pick those up down the stretch. Same thing for the Hawks, beating St. Croix Central and winning the remainder of the games they quote-unquote should win would help. But it'd be fun to host some big-time playoff matchups, maybe a couple regional finals in this gym. With the boys' side of the bracket, you can't control how Northwestern finishes. If they're an undefeated conference champion, it's hard to get a vote.
Oh, that was. See, the thing that's going to be weird this year, maybe not weird, but unknown, is the move to computer seating. And the regardless of how Northwestern does in their conference, they lost to Central on the boys' side.
Yep.
And so, in a meeting where it's the coaches, if Northwestern isn't better than the third best or second best middle border team, there's no way they're seated above them.
Right.
Right. There's no strength of schedule, or there's nothing but, hey, you couldn't beat our third best team, so you're not better than our third best team. You're the 4.
Right.
And with the computer seating, you never know. And if it's weighted on recency, Central beating Northwestern early in the year by 4 might mean nothing.
Correct.
And it's the same thing with the girls' side,
which is why those last 3 matchups with Prescott, Ellsworth, and
right.
Altoona are so important.
And how much does a computer the computer like this win over St. Croix Falls? Because I would say that's a big win.
Right.
How much does the computer like our win over Durand at Durand? Because I'd say that's a big win.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I would feel way better about our seeds if you got to walk into a meeting and tell us about a team and tell us our coaches got to talk about their team and compare them to the other teams, because I think we compare favorably to almost everyone on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
The computer, though, might disagree.
Yeah, and I think this is one of the few years where it has been pretty much, when it comes to the top half of the middle border and the Heart of North, it's been pretty much a sweep. The middle border is taking care of business. There's been years where the Heart of North has had some teams, I think of the Northwestern team that went to state, that really were a lot better than some middle border teams. But with Prescott, BW, and St. Croix Central remaining undefeated against that conference, and I'm going to go on a limb and say that will continue. Like you mentioned, in a conversational seating meeting, that might be an easier point to make, but computers are going to do what they do, and so it'll be interesting to see what variables are weighed and how they're weighed. A big matchup for the girls in a Heart of North middle border clash at Somerset this Saturday with Northwestern.
Yep.
Gives them a good opportunity to get another cross-conference win. They've already, like you mentioned, beaten St. Croix Falls, won at Barron as well. And you talk about recency, but a loss that the Hawks have, one of their few, only have 4 at Elk Mound. Elk Mound is one of the better outfits in western Wisconsin. So
Galvin was very, very good. I just want to thank all of our sponsors here. First, Firehelm Langer, Timmerman Realty, St. Croix Garage Door, Wisconsin Credit Union, CW Garage Door Distribution, Nielsen's Foods, Strikers Lanes and Sports Bar, Flagship Ford, A-Star Concrete, Precision Excavating Enterprises, Precision Truck Service, and American Family Insurance Justin Nygaard Agency. Other sponsors that we have: Schaefer Financial Services, Blackhawk Garage Door, Anytime Fitness, The Forge Chiropractic, Pete's Construction, Baldwin Lightstream, Auto Appeal, O'Connell Funeral Homes, Fenner & Jewelers, First Bank of Baldwin, Charlotte Heimer with Aflac Insurance, Christo Orthodontics, TMS Auto, and Village Pharmacy. One of those mentioned sponsors, St. Croix Garage Doors, providing Western Wisconsin with top quality garage door sales, service, and installation. We proudly serve Baldwin, Woodville, Hudson, Richmond, River Falls, Stillwater, Menominee, and surrounding areas. You give Brian a call today at 715-781-89 for a quote, install, or service. And we have just a couple more of those to read at some point in this second half. I don't think we're in danger of getting to running clock, so we should have a full 13 minutes here left for you.
Hawks doubling up on the Warriors, 46-23.
One thing, too, about Saturday, Marshfield is playing Prescott. So it's not just Hardin North teams. And I think that starts like at 9 a.m.
Sure.
In the last games, it's like 6:30. $5 admission, $1 for kids 6 and under. I'll read you the lineup here.
And I'm sure you'll know quickly the price for popcorn.
$1, I'm sure. So St. Croix Central Spooner at 9 a.m. And a Jort with another one. Amery Hayward at 10:30. Osceola Barron at 12. Prescott Marshfield at 1:30. Somerset Bloomer at 3. BW Northwestern at 4:30. And Ellsworth St. Croix Falls at 6. So 7 games of basketball. The whole middle border with the exception of Altoona.
Atmosphere will be reminiscent of the Great Northwest tournaments of the middle school days.
Speaking of that, we'll be at a Great Northwest tournament in Ellsworth prior to that game. Raya's doing some work down there on the block.
Yeah, Elke's a player that's going to play a lot of minutes for Coach English, and I would anticipate score a lot of points in her career. Nice free throw there. She's just got some natural length and athleticism that's going to be hugely valuable down the stretch coming off the bench for BW. In the game right now for the Hawks, Rome Hill, number 13, 31 Flores, 25 Elke, 45 Com, and 15 Grosskreutz. They've blown this one open in the second half. Leads at 26 now, 49-23 for Coach English's squad. So expect that bench to continue to get some work.
Yeah, I'm curious if Marnie comes out here in a little bit, if you get the starters. Nope, going the other direction. I mean, going Tuesday to Thursday, going Thursday to Saturday without a game. Now they had a game Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. If you can give the girls a little bit of a break on Thursday, you wouldn't think it would be a terrible idea, but at the same time, they're high school kids and they're pretty resilient. Marnie with a good deflection. Shayna with a oops save. And the Hawks take possession here. 10 minutes left, 10 and a half, 24-point lead.
Strong move under the basket. No good. Yeah, and I mean, you talk about the Northwestern on the boys' side, a regional final where you got to go 3.5 hours.
Yeah, that would be the worst.
That's not something Prescott, BW, or St. Clair Central want to do if, as I anticipate, one of those three teams is in that contest.
Members of Wisconsin Credit Union can access account information and take care of most everyday banking needs via Wisconsin Online, the mobile app, and text banking. Immediate access to your Wisconsin accounts is also available 24 hours a day via touchtone phone. Contact Wisconsin Credit Union to learn more. Nielsen's Foods has been serving communities since 1903. We offer full-service caribou, coffee, bakery, deli, and meat departments. We pride ourselves with our award-winning Nielsen's Market meats and our friendly staff. Nielsen's vision is to build a strong family of customers and employees by delivering superior service to our customers, offering employee growth opportunities, reinvesting in our stores, and serving our communities. Even though we don't know what life has in store for our homes or cars, we can still prepare. Introducing the damage doesn't have to be too damaging policy from American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. For details, contact Agent Justin Nygaard. Call 715-684-2919 or stop by 775 Main Street in Baldwin today. Which prompts me to ask you, have you played ping pong on his table yet?
No, I would love to. Maybe that's a Friday thing. If parties conclude at a reasonable time, I would love to, obviously start left-handed for the sake of the room, and then if things warrant the right hand, it'll be used. Shout out to the Prince. Is that the Princess Bride? Is that the one that was made in the 80s off a book?
No idea.
There's a sword fight where starts with the left, ends with the right, but nobody cares, and we're up 26. 9:20. Self-awareness is important. And the Hawks with Brooke Klatt, the lone starter, remaining. And like you mentioned, I think I would anticipate here as the second half of this second half gets underway that maybe some reserves will finish it out for Coach English, but we will see. Brooke Klatt get into the basket. Nice defense by Carlson.
The substitution game against Central at Central happened at 17 seconds, so I don't know when it might happen.
Right. And Coach Ambrose would say, well, in his sport, there are no substitutions.
It's true. Or
timeouts.
There's no breaks.
Nothing. It's cross country. We got to run. We got to go. It would be fun because I know that you would have found a way to talk trash, like the different ways that you would have employed trash talk in a cross country meet. Like, would you, get up next to a guy? Which way are we going in this turn? You going left? I'm going right.
Oh, just gonna sneak by you. That's why I've been there. I mean, any reference to passing someone and referring that they're, in the quicksand.
Yeah.
We have a loss of power in our second camera. We're going to get that back so you can see the score.
Corner three. Good looking shot from Edwards. She had, like you mentioned, a handful of threes at home earlier this season. And there we go, the bench. Abby Nielsen in for Klatt and Jort in for Flores. Backdoor look, not quite there. Score is 51-25. No whistle on that drive. I think the officials kind of understand the state of the game and the writing being on the wall, so they say. reach by Com.
It's her fourth.
I think Altoona is a good addition to the middle border. Obviously, with their boys coming off of 2 extremely successful years, any program losing that much talent is going to take a little bit of time to recover, but I think it's a good fit, especially considering where they're located. They're going to, Eau Claire's going to steadily grow as just being on 94 and, a hub of business. I think Altoona can continue to hang. I thought they'd actually be a decent addition for football as well. They're going to have another very good football team this season.
Yeah, they're going to be really good. The one thing that's hard is they're not real close.
Right.
It's Kate's third.
And they're in that kind of funny geographical location where there's a ton of schools, but they're either quite a bit smaller or quite a bit bigger.
Right.
And when they first were in the Clover Belt, it was probably similar in size, but schools like Colby and others like that, they're not hanging in with the enrollment of Altoona. I believe that, as it stands right now, is Prescott the lowest enrollment?
Or is it Amery?
Yeah, one of those two, I think. Because Osceola is usually near the top of the congregate, 4 to 500 or 4 to upper 400s enrollments, but when it comes to basketball, when it comes to volleyball, it's going to be the closest in enrollments that we've seen in a long, long time. No real outliers. (53 to 30), under 6 minutes to play.
Got a short timeout here. I'm going to give you these last two. CW Garage Door is your go-to source for their wholesale distribution of high-quality residential and commercial garage doors and their related parts and options. For over 15 years, we have provided exceptional customer service through our personal hands-on approach. Our flexible schedule ensures we will work with you to provide a quick turnaround and prompt delivery. For more information on CW Garage Door distribution, please contact us at 877-684-5125. A-Star Concrete Pumping is proud to be family-owned and operated in Wisconsin. We pride ourselves on maintaining a high-quality, unique fleet and very knowledgeable staff to complete all projects. From smaller residential projects to large-scale commercial enterprises, A-Star Concrete Pumping has the equipment, staff, and experience to handle all of your concrete needs. You can contact them at 715-246-3920.
So exclusively subs in for the Hawks. Well, I'm sorry, Haley Jord starter, but exclusively underclassmen in for the Hawks. Sophomores: Abby Nielsen, number 23, 33 Jenna Livingston, Raya Elke 25, and then freshman 45 Stella Com, freshman Haley Jord. Nielsen with the rejection. Haley Jort using her quickness, good rebound by her. Running layup by Livingston will go to Com, who will finish. Hawks up 25.
Looks like George's first foul.
In the game for the Hawks after this free throw will be 21 Nygaard and Maggie Jensen, who is number 42. Com and Jort will take a seat. So I believe something similar to the JV starting lineup on the floor right now for the Hawks. They won their JV game before this one in convincing fashion under Coach Furman and Com. Good job taking the baseline by Livingston. 2 more for BW, 57-31.
Ooh.
So Hawks are 4 minutes and change away from win number 14, conference win number 7. So depending on how Altoona, Prescott, and Ellsworth do tonight or the rest of this week, Hawks could finish the week in first place by themselves. They could finish it in tie for second. It's a fun time of year as a basketball fan, high school basketball fan. Each game means more and more night by night. Another nice shot by Livingston. Right near the corner, number 20 for Amery, that's Edwards.
Yeah, she just got 5 quick more, so she's at 10 now.
Ospera picks off that pass. Good defense by Nygaard, running her down.
I don't know what we're doing here. Why are we shooting? What? Yeah. Understand how this works. 5 fouls is not a bonus. I don't know.
Yeah, neither do I. But we're going to get a baseline inbounds, a little bit of pressure from the Warriors. Livingston gets it across half court. Nygaard using her strength to get it over to Nielsen, but she will be fouled.
Also not a 1-and-1. Not yet. We're not there yet.
No. She will not shoot. The refs trying to convince themselves that that's true as well.
Yeah, let's. The longer we play with the clock stop, the longer this game goes on. And we're okay with it, you know.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a hard one to handle.
Bus trips on Thursdays are.
Good job, Maggie.
Good
Her
job.
first varsity points.
Maggie Jensen getting around the defense underneath the basket. 61 now the total. And after giving up 20 in the first half, Hawks looking to keep it under 40. Should be the 3rd consecutive game. Gonna need some stellar defense though. It's still 2:40 to play. Livingston getting her way around the rim again, but that pass is not gonna find anybody, and we're gonna hit the 40 mark for Amery.
Oh, yeah, you can't do that.
30-second timeout for Coach English and the Blackhawks. All things considered, it's warmer.
Well, for now, it's supposed to get cold again overnight. It's down to 10 degrees right now.
Yeah, at one point it was right around a 50-degree swing. Early this morning it was over 30.
Yeah, wind chill is now below 0.
Starting to feel a little bit more like home.
But we're only going to have a wind chill that's like negative in the teens tomorrow morning, so
Right.
everything's fine.
I was just looking into that. Almost every year in recorded history, Wisconsin's had somewhere in the state hit negative 30. It's pretty regularly each winter. Negative 55, not wind chill, but standard temperature. Negative 55 is the record.
We'd be 2 hours late.
Maybe. I mean, it depends on how many base layers, you know, transportation director has available, but
Right.
it's interesting how some districts, I mean, I was checking that evening, couple evenings ago, and some districts are like, yep, 2 hour late, and it's 8 p.m.
Yep.
Like,
Well, Somerset announced it right after the basketball game on Tuesday.
and I was looking, because I work overnights, I'm looking throughout the early hours of the morning, and I'm waiting for you guys, and I'm like, well, it looks like they're going to have to just get up and
Yeah.
grin and bear it.
Never once did I think we were going to be late.
I mean, you're looking typically for like negative 40 wind chill.
Mm-hmm. Well, when you've got the toughest transportation director in the state,
It's true.
tough.
And it didn't even get as cold as it was forecasted. He told
No.
me, he said, I got up at 4:30 and I looked and it wasn't even that cold. He said Somerset and Hudson messed up.
Yeah, I think the lowest that I saw was a wind chill of in the negative low negative 30s. So
The worst part, Abby there, Nielsen with a point, is you breathe and what you exhale freezes to your face.
mm-hmm.
You don't need to really talk about it. That's
I don't know.
a bad call.
Yeah, it's
Not that it matters, but
we've had interesting finish to this game. I think probably the last 3 minutes of game time took about as much time as the first 6 minutes of this half. But that's all right. More opportunities for these girls to compete. Good defense there by Nygaard. 23, Emily Peterson is a senior for the Warriors. She's in the game.
another freshman.
Another freshman getting some run, Anna Gold. Good takeaway from Livingston. I think she's got 6.
She does.
Off the bench. It's fun to watch her have success. And a travel. Still a minute to go. 64 to 40. I'm not sure what the Hawks' record is for points in a game this season. Have they eclipsed 70?
I don't think so.
So they're getting close.
Good pass.
Jensen from Nygaard unable to finish.
Ooh, quick jump call.
Held ball will go to the Warriors. You know, I'd go to more hockey games if Mr. Sell was able to figure out like Cole Center's switcheroo, like get the hockey
right.
ice right on this.
I'm just gonna bet that doesn't happen.
Me too. Yeah, I'd be on your side there. We have a really nice ice arena, so one of the nicest in the area.
I'm not gonna be able to give you an adequate feeling about that because you can count the ice arenas I've been in my life on one hand.
Same with me. That might have been less than thorough take.
I've been in the Baldwin one
Yeah.
a couple times.
I literally don't think I've been.
I've been in the River Falls one, but only to pick up my kids because my mom was watching them, and we were coming through River Falls, and she was watching my nephew play.
I don't even know if I haven't been in the XL for a Wild game. I've been in there for concerts, but
I've been in there for a Wild game.
Livingston going for another basket, no good. Hawks gonna take that one away. Up 22. They want to score, and Elke will.
Yeah, well, and why? I think Coach English was telling him to hold it, but these girls haven't played. Let them play.
Tough take there by 12. That's Grace Williamson, another freshman. So valuable experience for these freshmen. A lot of them will, by the time they graduate, have played hundreds and hundreds of minutes of high school basketball at a varsity level, which is something not a lot of high school athletes can say. So they're going to have their opportunities in the next couple of years to compete for higher levels of success.
And this result is far more in line with what we expected to see when we went up to Amery. So Amery is a tough place to play, but there it is.
And the final tonight from Baldwin Woodville High School here in Baldwin, Wisconsin, 66-42, the Blackhawks prevail over the Warriors of Amery. Thanks for joining us here on Blackhawk TV. We will not be with you for the remainder of this week, but hope to see you in weeks to come. For Jeremy Nygaard and Zach Ambrose, I'm Jordan Lehman. Have a good night.